Hey guys, and welcome to another segment of Drawing with the Rouser. And today, guys, what I'm going to be doing is teaching you how to draw a quick cartoon of Patrick Mahomes. So we're going to go ahead and get started. For our drawing, guys, we're going to be using a Sharpie fine point marker. You can get one of these at any one of your local convenience stores. If you don't have a Sharpie marker, any black marker with a tip on it will do. It's not the tool, it's usually the artist, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to start I'm going to actually use a pencil first for you, so this way if you want to draw with me, we're going to show you how to use your pencil first. So we need basically two shapes. We need, first of all, our crosshair shape, okay? So at the bottom, I'm going to add, on this shape, I'm going to use kind of a wine glass type of a shape here, okay? See, a very simple wine glass idea. And on the top, then I'm going to use a square shape like so, okay? So you can see this will represent our center line. This will be where my eyes and everything go to, and then this will be all the hairline and so on and so forth, okay? Now, let's go ahead and start drawing. So we're going to start by putting in our hair down here on the chin, just like so. This is where I'm going to just start this drawing. Each drawing I start a little bit differently, so you know. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out a little bit further from the line here, because this is a 3/4 view. So I'm going to make this out a little bit bigger. I'm going to come in a little bit more over here, kind of to deliberately make this side of my crosshair longer than that side. So I'm not tracing the crosshair. I'm just using it as a thing to help me with my perspective, okay? All right, now the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to draw our ear shape, okay? So the ear shape will always attach to the center line, just like so, all right? And then we're going to come over here, and remember this is a 3/4 view, so we're going to show a little bit of the ear shape over here, and that's going to be kind of connected to a neck shape that will go right here, okay? Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our upper head shape, okay? So realize this is our hairline, okay? So we're looking at, well, how is this hairline going, okay? Well, if this is the hairline, what I want to do is I want to draw a shape kind of like this. I want to go up a little bit to give it a little bit of a curve, and we can see this will be the curl in the front of the hair right there, okay? Then we're going to come down. You see how I'm using that straight line underneath I drew with the pencil to tell me that this line is properly curved. That's exactly how I would advise you to do this, okay? Now we're going to come over here to this side, okay? Remember that this is the side of the face here, okay? So remember, we want to come inside of that line to draw this line, because that just makes sense, right? And we want to line it up with that line and then come across, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and draw the back portion of the head here, okay? So we want to make this line pretty much straight up and down, okay? And now we're going to start putting our hair shape. So for the hair shape, we'll just separate it into pieces. So the first piece is going to be kind of our up front piece, okay? So this is like what you see. You have to think of the hair in parts. That's the best way to do hair when you do it. Don't try to draw it at one time. Just draw it like parts of it. Okay. Just like so. Okay. So that's the front part. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a back part. Okay. You see how I added this shape behind that shape? And then you can see he has a third shape, which is going to be the mohawk part of it. Now, I know you don't see this on his head, but I know how his hair looks because I've seen Patrick Mahomes before on several State Farm commercials. So I know what he looks like, kind of, okay? So we got a pretty good outline of his face, all right? Now, we want to do the inner feature. So you can start pretty much anywhere you want. Let's put the little G shape in here, okay? All right, now we're going to use I'm going to use a C shape here, and I'm going to form the nose, okay? That's kind of how I want that roundness. So most of the roundness needs to be to this side of the shape, and then I'll add the other C shape to this side. You see how I did that? Okay. We actually just went over that in a live stream the other day too. So don't forget, guys, to check out those live streams. So we want to do a shape here and a shape here, right? Now we're going to put our eyebrow shape. Okay, so we're going to do something like this. One, we're going to make a line that looks like it. Okay. Okay. Don't try to get too fancy. This is how you basically need to draw the caricature. Okay. Now we're going to do our eyes. Okay, so we want small eyes in comparison to the nose. So we don't want our shapes to be big. We want to do a shape that's maybe about, you know what I would do here? I would do a small shape like this. I'll make sure that that shape is small. Then I'll put my little separate over the eye. Remember, it doesn't have to look exactly like the picture. It's not a portrait, it's a cartoon drawing. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add the middle part of our drawing here, and we're going to make him smile just a little bit. Remember, we don't want the mouth shape to be too big in comparison to the nose. Okay, we don't want that to happen, so we're going to keep it small. We want that nose. The nose to me is kind of his biggest feature. No offense. So I want to make sure that I don't draw any of my other shapes with more emphasis than the nose shape. Okay, so here I'm just going to kind of curve and add my cheek shape in, and then I'm going to curve and add my cheek shape in. Okay, and let's add some teeth in here. A nice little shape. I like to look at my teeth as one basic shape. Okay. And now we're going to darken those eyebrows in. And look at that, man. We got a really, really, really good picture right there, okay? All right. Now let's just put these little shapes under the eyes here. And we're going to add a little mustache there, okay? So we got a pretty good Patrick Mahomes there. Now, let's go ahead and erase these guidelines that we put in at first. Okay. So we don't need those anymore. Just erase them real lightly. I drew them in lightly, so. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some shadows. So we got one shadow. We got two shadows here. 3, 4. Okay, 5, 6, right? We got a shadow on the top lip, underneath the bottom lip, and that outer C shape right there, okay? All right, now we're gonna come down here. I'm gonna use a little bit of a profile shade here, okay? It'll further help me to be able to form the side of my face, right? Gonna kind of cover that ear in a little bit so it'll make sense. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of coloring in the eyes, okay? And let me see here. Underneath the neck here. Okay, and the chin shape, of course. And we're looking good right there, okay? All right, so the next portion is going to be our hair shape. So with the hair shape, we'll take our Sharpie, or our, not Sharpie, but our permanent marker. This is like a big poster marker. And what I'll do is I'll make curls in the front like this, watch. So we're going to make curls all the way in here. Just some regular curls, okay? And make sure you kind of do it like one flat layer at first. Don't try to do any dimensions and all that stuff, okay? Just do one little flat shade. Try to make it as even as possible. You see what I mean by even, right? It's not more powerful in any one part of the shape. Everything is kind of evenly spread out, okay? All right, now I'm gonna go back here to my back shapes, right? And I'm gonna make these shapes a little bit darker than my forward shapes, okay? And then this shape right here is gonna be a little bit darker too than my forward shapes. Okay. See how that works out? All right. Now I'll come over here, right? And I'm going to draw another whole pattern here, something like a light line. And I'm using the chisel point of my marker to do this part. Okay, see how I did that? Let's go ahead and add some dark here, a little bit of dark here, and just a little bit more in here. Okay, just to make it look cool. Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do is at the base of the hair, which is down here by the hairline, I'm going to add a little bit more dark, almost like a second layer, and I'm going to feed upwards into the top of the hair, but I'm not going to make it dark all the way. I just want to make it look like it's layered. Okay, so that's all I got to do right there. You see how it looks a little darker here, then it gets lighter as it goes up. That's a little trick right there. Okay, now what else do we have here? I think we're just about done. So all we have to do now is we're going to take our Sharpie once again, and we're going to add his shoulders here. Okay, and then we'll just put some little numbers up there or whatever, you know. It's Patrick Mahomes, man. He's a very famous NFL quarterback. We'll put the Chiefs on there. Right on his shirt right there. Let's move it up some, just a little bit. Okay, and now all I have to do is put my finishing touches. So I'll add a few more little hairs just to the outside of my do. This is for like final shaping, and here is just me just really controlling my pen pressure and relaxing and going with the rhythm of the curls there. Okay, pretty cool. Alright, and we are done, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start closing out. I want to thank you so much for watching the video tutorial on how the Rouser would draw Patrick Mahomes if he was a cartoon, right? He would have a big head and a little body, right? And if you want to have your favorite celebrity drawn and featured on the show, just leave your comment in the comment section. We'll go ahead and put you on the request list and see if we can get you taken care of. So guys, once again, thanks for watching. Have a blessed and wonderful day. And the Rouser will be seeing you next time. Patrick Mahomes, guys.
Hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed that video tutorial. If you did, don't hesitate guys to go ahead and give us a like. Also guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and the notifications button. This way, when we put up new material, you'll be the first to know. If you have any questions about our markers or pens or paper, and you'd like to know where I get some of the materials that I use here on my art stream, there's a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. And also guys, we'd like to welcome your questions and comments so that we can get some new ideas. You know, it's always good to have new, fresh ideas for our next and upcoming videos. Oh, and don't forget to check out these two super cool videos right here. So guys, thanks again for your love and support of our channel. You guys be safe out there. And as always, guys, I wish you happy cartooning.